Hi fam, welcome back to my channel Just Toko. I just finished on doing my hair, but I wanted to come on here real quick and put you guys on, okay? Have you ever heard of the DV lottery or the diversity visa? If not, then you're going to want to pay attention. And if you have and you still have questions, then subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, because I'm going to be bringing you some information about this in the next coming videos, right? And if you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section below and I will respond. Now, the DV lottery, as it's popularly known, is it's a visa type that the American government issues to people from low immigration rates to the United States, right? Basically, there are a whole lot of countries that the US allows for people to kind of play the lottery, exactly that, right? You put in your application and they nominate people at random. I don't know what criteria they use, but they nominate people. And if you're selected, then you then begin the process of getting your visa approved. Now, if you qualify for everything, if you go through the approval process and you're successful, then at the end of it, you will get a green card or permanent residency in the United States. Now, being a permanent resident in the United States is a big thing because you basically get all the benefits of a citizen except voting. And if you can't work in certain places, like I don't think you can work in government, but you get quite a lot of benefits, right? As a permanent resident, it's like a lot of people's dream. So for you to get that just like that through this lottery is a big thing. Now, a lot of people question this and they have doubts like, Toko, does it really work, right? Well, I'm going to tell you that it does. How do I know this? Because I did it, okay? This is how I came to the United States. We as me and my husband, we played the DV lottery and we got it. That is how my husband, my son, and myself came to the United States. We all got green cards. This thing is legit and it works. Okay, now what you need to know, and the reason why I am publishing this video right now, is because there is a time frame when they accept applications. So it's not going to be all year round, okay? They accept applications every October. Now the exact date when applications open changes. For example, last year they opened up applications on October 6th and they ran all the way up to November 9th. This year we don't have information about that yet. At the time of editing this video, the Department of State has updated their website and applications will be open October 5th. It's a Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time. So do your calculations, check what time that will be in your country. But the applications will be open until November 8th, 2022. It's a Tuesday, and they will close at 12 noon Eastern as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to apply on this link right here, is where you will enter it in your URL and put in your application there. You do not need to go through an agent. Okay, you don't need to pay anybody any money to help you with this application. It is very simple. They ask you questions that you know, like what is your name? Okay, what is your name that's on your identity papers? You know, what is your education? So the criteria to get into the DV, and I'm just looking on their website, so if you see me looking away, I will be looking at my computer screen. Please excuse that. But because I want to make sure I'm giving you, accurate information. The criteria for getting in is you can either have at least an O-level education, right? Ordinary level, that's up to Form 4 or 8, 9, 10, 11th grade, right? Is that right? You need to have at least graduated high school, basically. Or, okay, mark this, or you need to have a a work skill of at least 2 years. So you need to have been employed for at least 2 years. So say for example, you have not you did not graduate high school, you didn't complete your O levels, right? But you have been working in a company for 2 years, or you have a trade of work that you've been doing for 2 years, then you would qualify to apply for the DV lottery using your work experience criteria. Okay, so if you have both, that's fine. You don't need to have both. That's what I'm saying. So if you don't have your O levels, don't be discouraged. If you have 2 years of work experience, you can still use that to apply. I've mentioned that it is free, but I do want to emphasize it. Please, 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 my people, you do not need to pay anyone any money to help you through this process. And I know some people will be thinking, because I know Zimbos especially, like, we are super skeptical. We're very protective of ourselves and stuff, and with good reason, okay? We've had a lot of people be traveling, so we are safeguarded and we don't easily just take information. But listen to me, okay? The process for application is free. At some point you will pay money for your visa and your doctor's appointment, but that's way later on. We're not there yet. This initial process is free. It will cost you exactly $0 and cents. All you're gonna do is go on this website, you submit an application. If they're not taking applications, it won't let you apply. But the moment that they start taking applications, it will open up and you will be able to submit your information. You will type it in there and submit, and then you wait. Okay, they typically announce winners in like May. I believe I got my email in May, and you go from there. They give you the instructions on what to do next. So you submit your application and you wait, and then when you get your confirmation that you've qualified, like I said, they give you instructions on what you need to do, so you just follow those instructions. Typically it's you need to fill out some more paperwork, which you do. They give you the website to do that, and then you will be in touch with the KCC, I believe it was called. It's in Kentucky, and they will give you more information. At some point you will go for medicals. They give you a list of approved doctors and their approved doctors that you go to. You set an appointment. All the ones that I've seen were in Harare. So for Zimbabwe, okay, you will have doctors within your country where you can go and get your medicals done. And then the very final step is you will have an interview scheduled at the US Embassy, and you will go there. For me, it was very quick, because if you're organized, right, it's not a problem. So we had our relationship, we had gotten married, like our white wedding, the same year. So we needed to prove that our relationship was authentic, which wasn't a problem because we dated forever. To do that, I went with a lot of photos. I went with some Facebook messages that we sent each other back and forth way back when. I had photos of us with each other's family through the times, and to make it much easier for them as well, I put at the back of each photo the year and the function that it was, and I also put the people who are in the photos, so like his mom or Tanai's mom, or Toko's sister or whatever, just so they can see the relationships and see how authentic it was. I also printed out some I mentioned it, right? Some emails, some Facebook messages that we exchanged, and we had our marriage certificate. We had our son. By the time we went for our visa application, we had our son, so we had added him to our application. You can do that. He was a few months old, I think, or he was just under a year old. So we had added him, and we went to the visa interview. It was really, really, really quick. We were in there 5 minutes, spoke to them. They were very nice. And at the end of it, right there and then, they will tell you, congratulations, you have qualified, right? You have passed the interview. And they handed us this paper that said, welcome to America. It was insane. So it basically said, welcome to America, and you're now a permanent resident and you can basically fly tomorrow. Well, no, because then they had our visas, our passports for 2 weeks where they were putting the visa. So you do leave your passports and they fit them with your visa, but as soon as you get your visa, you can plan your trip. And you have a few months to leave the country. So if you do not leave the country before your visa runs out, then you forfeit. That's it. You start afresh. But my point was, look out for that application opening. I will keep an eye out and I will let you guys know when it opens. But in the meantime, get prepared, get your information, get your things in order. If you don't have an ID, go get you an ID because you're going to need it. If you don't have a passport, go get you a passport because eventually you're going to need, you don't need it right now, but eventually you're going to need it. You know, if you're in a relationship and y'all people want to be married at some point, go get married or start taking pictures together with your friends, your relatives, whoever. If you haven't been doing that, you don't need to be married with your significant other at the time of application. However, by the time you go for your visa interview, you should be married. It is a requirement. And it doesn't matter, like, you don't need to have dated forever and a day. You just need to prove that your relationship is authentic, because they don't want people just migrating and, you know, for the sake of whatever, and then you come over and you have problems. So that is what I wanted to put you guys on to. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Please share this video with your friends, with your family, okay? Let people know that there is this opportunity that is open where people can travel. Zimbabwe, we are, you know, very, very, very few people have traveled from Zimbabwe under the DV lottery. When I last checked, I think it was the year that we got ours, there were only 157 people who had ever gotten the DV lottery visa from Zimbabwe. If your country does not have that many, you know, people, I think it increases your chances. Do not quote me, but I think it does. Just because I feel like they'll be looking for a certain percentage from each country. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. So try it, guys, try it. It's an opportunity. It costs you $0. You lose nothing, but you have quite a bit to gain, okay? Do not think about, what will I do when I get there? Where will I stay? I won't have the money for... It takes quite a while, okay? For me, the entire process from like when I put in my applications to when I landed in the United States, that took us 2 years. It could have been a year and a half, but we pushed our immigration date to like a few days before our visa expired, only because, you know, we had things to do and we would miss our families. For example, I haven't seen my mom in 5 years now. And it's just because of our situation, okay? It's a little harder to go back home for us, but that won't necessarily be your situation. Like, you could easily travel. I know so many Africans who go back home every year and stuff like that. They're able to make that happen for themselves. So the choice is entirely yours. You have this opportunity. Take advantage of it. Share this opportunity with your friends, with your family. Share it with your enemies. Get them out the country, okay? Take that stress away from you. Whoever, just share this video with somebody. Click the subscribe button and then click the notification bell so that you do not miss out on a video where I release more information about this topic. And also, I want to say, if you have not, if you do not follow this lady, Jenna Trangi, you're going to want to follow her, because she gives a lot of great information in general about how to immigrate to the United States and to Canada. She's been here for a very long time and she can give you good stuff. Okay, till the next one, guys. Bye.